Today we're talking about like swing matching. There's a lot of people today that are trying to emulate their favorite golfer. I coach a guy who's got a very interesting golf swing, in that is Jon Rahm. So when we look at Jon, you'll see this severely kind of bowed wrist at the top of his backswing. But you have to understand his physicality as to why he did that and whether it's right for you. So the first thing you want to do is understand, can you even do that? So really what I need to be able to do on this lead wrist is I need the ability to flex it, right? So if I'm standing here, I should be able to flex that wrist. If you've got a limitation with that wrist, then probably not the right swing for you, because you're going to have difficulty getting that wrist in a bowed position. Now, a lot of players bow that wrist in their golf swing. Some players bow it on the backswing, like a Jon Rahm, like a Dustin Johnson, like a Brooks Koepka. They're in this bowed position, which gets the face in a little bit more of a strong position depending on the style of their grip they use. But here's the key. When I get it in this bowed position and it's a little bit closed, you've got to have the other matching parameters. If it's bowed, I've got to make sure I do one or two things. I've got to either be able to clear my hips, get my trunk open to keep that face square, or in Jon's case, I got to be able to push and create some side bend so that I hold the angle and keep the face square. If, however, you have difficulty with separation or your ability to rotate your hips, or your hips are tight, this is going to be a disaster for you. You don't want to do this. If you don't like side bending because maybe you've had some back injury or some back pain from it, and it can cause back pain, you don't want to do this. Because what will happen is, if you're in that bowed position with a shut face and you can't rotate as you swing your arms down, the face is going to be closed. The ball's going to go over there. And vice versa, if I can't add side bend to hold off the face, then again, if I cover with my right shoulder with that kind of grip, it's going to be a shut face position, and that's going to be a disaster for you. So always understand, in golf, there's smoke and there's fire. There's a lot of players that are constantly working on the smoke. There's a lot of coaches that work on smoke. There's tons of great information online, but you need to find the fire. If you understand how your body moves, then you can understand whether some of these parameters that are being taught actually work for you. So it's very key that you understand your body. To do that, we got an incredible group of TPI certified experts all over the world. Go to mytpi.com, put in your zip code, find an expert that can physically assess your body. That's what we do with Jon. Physically assess them and then match the parameters. If you can do that, you can be a really good player, and it'll help your golf game tremendously.